I'm going to eliminate Ed Reed, which is crazy. I grew up off of Sean Taylor. I'm a hitter. I just now became a ball hawk, right, for the safety position. So all I knew was kill on the football field. I had to stop being so impulsive because I wasn't acknowledging the blessing that God had put in my life. Now God, he done got you the offers you want. He got your recruitment right. I didn't zoom out. I didn't look at the whole perspective.
So we ready to get into the speed round, right? And it's keep or delete, right?
Okay.
So you got to keep one or you got to delete one. Nike or UA, keep or delete?
Keep Under Armour. Delete Nike.
Football cleats or soccer cleats?
Football cleats. Delete soccer cleats.
Knee pads or gloves?
Delete knee pads. Keep gloves.
So gloves or tape?
Delete tape. Keep gloves.
Joe Montana or Tom Brady?
Tom Brady. Delete Joe Montana.
Long socks or long sleeves?
Long sleeves.
Randy Moss or Jerry Rice? Welcome to Personal Perspectives, Episode 2, Season 2. And today's guest, Ray don't need no introduction, but we still gonna give him one. So usually, we always got people in the hot seat, got different entertainers, but today is a little bit different. We got somebody coming from the sports world, but not only just good with football, but also good with lacrosse. And now he's stepping into a new journey, so we're gonna get into it today. But I welcome Terry. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, man.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Right? Looking good today. You know what I'm saying? So, usually before I get into everything, right? And before we do our toes and stuff like that, I just want to ask you, from 1 to 10, how's your mental?
Right now is an 8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel great. I feel like peace. My mind just feel great, man. Everything smooth so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like, what's the difference between an 8 and a 10 for you?
A 10 is just aligning myself with everything, completing all my goals, right? I got a goal chart, right? So as soon as I hit that, that's going to be a 10. But honestly, I'm always striving for greatness, so I'm never going to be satisfied. It's never truly going to be a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, right? And, today is, it's no drinking today, right? So I know, right, we got some nice water that we're going to bring in for you today, too, all right?
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
So, before I really get into, the questions and stuff, right? And just, you say you got, a goal chart, right? So, what's your goal chart, right? Is this something that you, with these different goals, did you already write, the time that you actually trying to accomplish these things? Or is these things that you just okay, cool, I'm just taking one day at a time, one step at a time?
So it's based on each phase of my life, right? So I'm about to go into college, right? Very soon, right? Fall semester, right? And each game, I have each goal, right? So whether it's 1 interception, 2 forced fumbles, right? As I complete these goals, right, I notice I just take it a day at a time, right, with these goals. So each game has a goal. And then as soon as I hit the goals for each game, it comes with the benefits because I'm taking it one step at a time.
I like that. Okay. And you said you ready to go to college, right? So, how does that looks like, your transition from, high school into college? What are, the things that you're doing for us, preparation?
So I train, 3 to 2 times a day, right? I wake up, my mental, right? I wake up at 4 a.m. every day, right? Read scripture and pray. And then I go straight into training, right? I go to the hill, Fair Hill. If you're from Baltimore, you know about the Fair Hill. If you're from Baltimore, I go to Fair Hill, I run the hill, and I record myself running hills, and I make videos on it so that way people can get way faster. So then after that, I take my sister to school, and after that, I lift weights, and then I lift weights, and then I study again because I'm learning the stock market, right? I'm learning the stock market right now, and I just recently got my certification for strength and conditioning, so I'm also in the fitness world now.
Okay. So congratulations on everything. You want to take a cheers to that one? You know what I'm saying? Without water. Oh man,
It's tough.
I went down. All right. So the first question I wanted to ask you is who is Terry from the core, and where are you from? I know you said Baltimore, but let's get a little bit more detail into that.
Okay, so I'm from West Baltimore. I was raised near Beachfield.
Right.
if you know Baltimore. But I was raised in Beachfield,
right?
Beachfield Elementary Middle, if you know what that's at.
Okay, and you said that's West Baltimore, right? And like this Beachfield area, if you can give like the viewers like basically a description of it, right? Of you actually coming up, like who was Terry from the core coming up in this environment?
So I was always a focused kid. Like I never wanted to be in the mix, right? Because my goal was always football, lacrosse. So I wouldn't really go outside like that anyway. I would be training, right? My biological father, he would always put me on mile runs, push-ups, pull-ups, everything, man. So he always, from the get-go, he never really shifted me towards that type of lifestyle, the Baltimore lifestyle, right? You would consider, but it was just, I was always focused, always training, always focused from the start. So that's what that always looked like.
So I heard you spoke on earlier. You was like, you train, you do your preparation, but you also take your sister to school as well. And then you just spoke about your dad, right? So like, what do the word family like stands for when it comes to you?
Man, family is everything to me, man. My support system, my foundation. I love them, man. Family, without family, you have nothing, right? And family it's not just your blood, right? It's people who support you, it's people who care about you, it's people who love you, right? So that's what family means to me. You don't have to be blood to be considered family.
Okay, cool. And I did a little bit of research, right? And your grandfather is a pastor, right? And then your stepfather practiced, Islam, right? So like, how did you balance those two worlds? You know what I'm saying? Like, actually, like, when it comes to like the religious thing, like, how did you balance those two worlds into like exactly like what you wanted to practice?
Man, that's a great question because at the time, nobody knows this story, right? But at the time, right, I was just struggling very mentally. You asked me how I felt from a scale of 1 to 10, but my sophomore year, you asked me how I felt. I felt like 4, right? So I was just trying to balance it, trying to find peace within myself. And I didn't know which one to gravitate towards. I was looking for peace in different areas. So I did my research. Like one time I went to the masjid, my stepdad, right? And he left me in a car because he didn't want to like push on Islam onto me. And I was just thinking, I was like, man, like, should I take my Shahada? Because like, I'm really looking for peace in this area. And I just can't, I don't know what to do. And like, I just get spiritually convicted, right? It's something just telling me something ain't right, right? Like, do more research. And then seeing how my grandfather operates, right, as a pastor, he never not once disrespected my grandmother. Like this behind the scenes, a true man, a true disciple of Christ, right? You would say. And he's very respectful, very kind, very loving, affectionate. So what it showed me is just like, and my stepdad, right? My stepdad is very disciplined, right? Turned his life around, right? 5 years in jail. He's a family man, take care of my mom, my sister. And it just showed me that like no matter what faith you're in, if you truly follow the steps, right, you'll be a good person. You'll have that discipline. So that's what that showed me.
I like that. I like that. So you just told me you said in 10th grade, right? You was, it was like a 4. You was trying to find, just trying to find some peace or just trying to, find your way in the world, right? Like, what was some of those steps I know outside of religion, right? And, you know, looking at your family, what were some of those things like that you had to like work on for yourself to actually like get you to this 8 that you at today?
I had to stop being so impulsive. I was a crash out. Anybody said anything to me, I want to bump, I want to fight. Like straight up. Like that's how I was carrying situations. Like you disrespecting me, we fighting. Like we can do whatever. Like that's how my mindset was. I was just way too impulsive. And at the time, my freshman or sophomore year, I went to attended DeMatha Catholic, by the way, famous school, famous known school. My freshman, sophomore year, I wasn't playing like that. And I was good enough to play. I wasn't just a random bum on the sidelines, right? I was good enough to play. And I was just so frustrated because it's like I done left my family, right? And I'm not even playing here. I'm not even playing at DeMatha. I'm all the way from Baltimore. You know, DeMatha in Hyattsville, Maryland, PG County. That's like 45 minutes away. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, man, what I'm going to do, what's recruitment looking like. So I was just worried. That's why I was at a 4. I was just worried.
Okay, cool. So you said your stepdad, right? And all the values that you see that he actually has. Then your grandfather, right? And then, you know, just having that core value, like what's something that your family installed into you that stick to you today?
First, keep God first, right? Your faith is most important, right? Be disciplined and be respectful and loving to others. Like, that's what they instilled in me. And I used to always tell me, I used to be a little crash out. I used to be very impulsive when I was young. I always been like this. They used to tell me, my grandfather, me and him used to ride in the car. We used to be driving around Baltimore. We used to play basketball and stuff. He used to be talking to me. He used to be like, Terry, look, your attitude is getting bad, and you're going to ruin a lot of opportunities. So that's what they instilled in me. Just making sure I'm remaining disciplined and I'm controlling my emotions, most importantly. So that's what they instilled into me.
Okay, that's great, right? So my question is, in this moment you're going through everything, right? Like, did you ever feel like you needed to like, or did you ever have the pressure to have it all figured out?
The pressure,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. I felt like when I wasn't playing at DeMatha, I felt like I had to be perfect because I had a senior in front of me. And then me catching a metro to school, me having to fend for myself, work to eat. When I lived with my dad, it was like I have to be perfect. I can't make any mistakes. That's how I felt. That's what the pressure was for me.
So what is something that you still trying to figure out or like understand right now?
I'm not really trying to figure anything out right now, right? I'm just trusting in God, right? My faith has grown since the situation, which we'll get into more detail. But my faith has grown, right? I feel like I'm right where I need to be. I feel like God showed me what I need to work on in order to grow closer with Him and in order to grow in life.
Okay, cool. So take us back to the beginning when you first played sports, right? Because like I said earlier in the intro, like a lot of people kind of like know you from like football now, but like you was even better at like lacrosse,
Right.
right? So like how did you make that transition from like lacrosse all the way into football?
So my dad, he played lacrosse at Maryland, right, in college. And when I was 4, I picked up a lacrosse stick. So my dad put the stick in my hand, and I would just do every day since legit. I would do 1,000 left, 1,000 right with the lacrosse stick, and I just became great. It was just repetitions, just constant reps and reps and reps, and then I just became really good at lacrosse.
Okay, so was you like short stick or long stick? Like what was it? Like
I
you was
play
a
offense.
play offense.
Yeah,
Okay,
attack. Yeah,
cool.
attack.
Yeah, see, I play defense. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I definitely, relate to that. So now you at lacrosse, right? And you're pretty good at this, right? Where's this shift? Because it's like a space in jumping from, actually moving around with a stick in your hand, right? To actually like now removing that, hitting the field, having to get these downs to get to the end zone for your team to win. Like where's that transition? Where did that transition land at for you?
So the shift was in lacrosse, you couldn't hit or you'll get a penalty, right? Lacrosse is considered a soft sport for me playing football because football is obviously a more physical sport, right? So the shift was, and then lacrosse, like from football to lacrosse, I played attack, so I had to have some finesse. I had to be able to move a defender out my way and score. I had to be able to move him with my moves, and that's what the shift was. Football is way more physical than lacrosse, but lacrosse I need more finesse. That's the shift.
Okay, cool. So like, what made you just be like, all right, I'm done with lacrosse. I'm going at this football thing.
Man. So I started playing lacrosse. I played lacrosse throughout 8th grade, but I lost love for it in 8th grade. And basically, I lived with my dad, so I was on scholarship, right? And lacrosse, for all the kids, play lacrosse if y'all want some scholarship money. Lacrosse gave me a lot of money to go to school because DeMatha ain't cheap. It's like 20K to go there. So they gave me like $10,000 of tuition money. They paid like half of my tuition. And I didn't even get recruited to go to DeMatha. For football. I got recruited for lacrosse out of 8th grade.
Okay, so you spoke about DeMatha, right? So your first day at DeMatha, right? You coming from Baltimore,
Yeah.
right? You going to the school in Maryland. That's a prestige school, right? Like, what was your first day like? Like that environment that you in. Like, how did you feel?
The environment was, wow, these DC people, DMV people play around way too much. Because in Baltimore, it ain't none of that playing around like that. So I thought these people were goofy. But then they was telling me like, hey, like, man, that's how we play out here. But me, I was impulsive. Remember I told you I was impulsive. Like, what you say? Like, bro, that's bump. Like, I'm not with none of that. I got to a lot of fights my freshman year. So it was a hard transition for me because coming from Baltimore to the PG County, the kids that claim they from DC, but they not from DC, they be claiming like they be faking. So it was hard because I'm trying to process everything like, dang, like, why are these people playing so much? Like, in Baltimore, you can't do that. Like, it's too dangerous. But it was just crazy, man. First day, it was crazy. It
Okay.
was crazy.
Okay, cool. So I see that like you made a decision, right, to actually like leave DeMatha and go to St. Thomas More,
Yeah.
right, in Connecticut, right? Like, what led up to that conversation and that choice?
So I made a mistake in a football game, right? First off, I'm a junior. I'm a junior, right? I have a breakout season, right? I end up racking up 18 offers, right? Fast forward the story. I end up racking up 18 offers, right? So I'm a captain of the team. I'm heading into my senior year. I'm the captain of the team. I'm the big dog on the defense. I'm leading the defense now. I play safety, by the way. I'm leading the defense, and basically my role on the team is a leader, right? And I made a mistake in the game, right? And my brother Nigel Cross, right, whose brother plays in the NFL, his name is Nick Cross, right? You guys probably know him. So it was his first year of football. He got hurt. He ended up getting hurt. He broke his collarbone tackling a 6'7", 220 tight end. He was huge, right? I was supposed to cover the tight end, so I didn't end up not covering the tight end. I covered the running back, so he got hurt. So I got benched for that because he got hurt, right? And I didn't do my job. Not necessarily because he got hurt, because I didn't do my job. I didn't cover the tight end. So I didn't cover the tight end. So they pulled me out the game. They benched me. And I was frustrated because I'm like, what's going on? Why am I out the game? It's Massillon, the number one team in Ohio, so it's a huge game for us. So I'm angry about that. I'm like, why they pull me out the game? They asked me, they say, so at halftime, right? I didn't play the whole first half. They like, Terry, all right, break down the huddle. I'm like, nah, I'm not breaking down the huddle. I'm not doing that. Nah, y'all should have played me. So they was like, nah. So I ended up breaking up the huddle. I ended up getting on my feelings. So I didn't play after that because they was like, Terry, you supposed to be the leader of the team, and you didn't do it. So I was real frustrated, man. And my dad, he just couldn't get over it, man. He was like, I don't like how the math did you. I'm pulling you from the program. I don't like how they're treating you. And at the time, I wanted to leave. But then I sat down with my stepdad and my mom and my grandfather, and they was telling me, like, I don't think it's a good idea. I think your recruitment's going to get messed up. And I don't think you should do it because it's not a good look. You're a leader of the team. And in the middle of the season, like, come on, man, that's not a good look. Like, you can't be prideful. And I'm like, you know what, Mom and my stepdad and my grandfather, I'm like, y'all right. I don't think I should leave. And my dad's like, nah, I'm pulling you. So I end up leaving. I end up leaving them after anyway because my father had full custody of me at the time. So I end up having to leave anyway.
Okay, and you know, after graduating, right, and then you return it back to it, right? You got reclassified and played another year, right? Like, what did that like extra year present to you?
Oh, man, truly, man. I grew closer with the Lord. I led the team Bible study. And I led team Bible study. My knowledge for the game got better. My grades boosted. I went up to like a 3.8 GPA. I was more focused. I was more disciplined. I fasted a lot, right? I got stronger, bigger, faster, and it was just that year was everything. I needed that year to step back and reflect on the decisions I made.
Right, and then you feel like looking back at those decisions, right, and just like understanding your leadership and the role and stuff like that. Like, what's some of those things that you can like pinpoint out and be like, okay, I understand what I did, right? And maybe not, too many people agreed on it, but like these are some of the decisions that you fixed now that you feel like you won't make in the near future?
That's a really great question. The decisions that I would fix, I say like, don't be prideful, right? Be grateful for every opportunity. I was very ungrateful, right? I would get an offer from USF and be like, I need Georgia or Bama. Just being so ungrateful, right? Not taking advantage of the opportunity that was presented for me. So that's another thing. Just be grateful and be more humble, right? That's what I learned.
Okay, cool. So that's pretty to me, right? I mean, like just relating to that in a sense, right? You saying like, okay, that don't. I wouldn't say that's like not being not being grateful, right? But I do understand where you coming from, right? But like that ain't. I know that probably give you that drive and that motivation. Like, okay, cool. Like I gotta get the next offer. I gotta get the next offer, right? So what I'm saying is, do you feel like more of that was like that was more of like a pride and ego thing?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So versus like not being like grateful. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Because I wasn't acknowledging the blessing that God had put in my life. I wasn't acknowledging first, like, dang, like you remember when you was a jet, like you was a freshman, a sophomore year, you ain't had nothing. You was on the bench. You was worried about what you was going to do, how you was going. You feel me? You moved the ball. You think you moved all the way up to PG County for no reason.
Right.
Now God, you feel me? He didn't got you the offers you want. He got your recruitment right. You got the transfer portal also working in your favor. You had a powerhouse. I didn't zoom out. I didn't look at the whole perspective. That's what it was. I should have looked at the whole perspective.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So your dad, right? Your dad has this program, right? Where you working with kids and different things like that too as well. Like, what is your involvement within this program, and like, how do you see like you best fits with this program going forward with your career?
Okay, so this program, my family started this program about 5 years ago, right? And it started off with them serving the people, right? Giving food giveaways, right? So now release community outreach, right? We have a physical wellness, we have mental wellness, we have emotional wellness, and what physical wellness works on, right? We bring the kids in. Oh, and also financial wellness. So financial wellness, we bring the kids in, right? We give them a mentor, right? We teach them about the market. We teach them about HVAC. They can get certifications on what they want to work on, right, in that area, right? Physical wellness. We have a nutritionist. We have a fitness instructor, which I am now that I'm a certified strength and conditioning. So I help with that, right? The physical part as well as the mental part, right? Teaching kids to be humble and to not make the same mistakes as me, right? From an emotional standpoint, right? We also have licensed therapists, right, that provide therapy for people who need it. And we also have a program for people who get locked up, right, and that they need help, right? So we provide them opportunities so that way they won't get locked up again. So yes, release community outreach. It means everything to me, man. Just serving the people and giving back to the community. It just means everything.
Okay.
And that's what
Okay.
me and my family are doing right now here in Baltimore.
Okay. Yes. Yes. And right now, it's like, what's one of the biggest things that you can teach or that you have taught at this moment, like to some of those kids that's actually in the program?
So I taught them to like not be prideful, right? I told them the other speech I gave them last week was you have to sacrifice your pride, right? Because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna care that there's just some tough guy from Baltimore. Nobody's gonna care. It's gonna come to a certain point, right, where you reach a certain age where nobody cares about your past anymore.
Right.
You're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to elevate yourself, regardless of where you come from, regardless of your upbringing. So that was the lesson I taught them.
Okay. Okay. Cool. And then you said that you're a certified trainer now,
Yes, sir.
right? So, like, tell us about this thing. Like, what do you see for yourself as far as like getting into the training world? Because now it's like you going from being an athlete, right, and being trained by professional trainers to now becoming a professional trainer, right? What is that transition that you're making for yourself? And like, going forward to like still be able to play sports in college
Yeah.
and also like provide to be a trainer too as well. Like how does this brand look all the way completely at this moment?
So this brand consists of strength training, right? Explosive movements, right? Not only are we moving weight fast, right? We're also moving fast, right? Flexibility, mobility, everything. All these things are important because a lot of programs just bench press, they just do stationary compound movements. But my program, what I plan on doing in the nearby future is to make sure that our joints are moving properly, right? We're explosive and we're flexible, right? Because I want to prevent as much injury as possible. So that's what my program is looking forward to offering.
Okay, cool. And then like what are some of the different marketing tactics that you feel like you want to use for as like, actually getting your program into the actual world?
So my name on Instagram is Be More Built, right? So I want my name to pop. Cause like Be More Built, where's that come from? I'm from Baltimore and I'm built, right? Cliche, right? But it's true, right? It's the truth. So I want people to look at my body, right? I want people to look at my body and I want people to see where I'm from. And I want that to catch their eye. So I feel like
Simple.
that'll catch their eye.
Simple,
Honestly,
simple.
simple, yeah.
Yeah. And then like on the content side, right? How do you like the desire to how you want to like actually like narrate your content? Is it more like informational content? Is it, first person you working out content, or is it something where it's like more group sessions and classes? Like how does your content looks?
I'm very diverse. Like I mix it all in. So it's a form of quotes, right? Information from other people, workout videos, speed work, different like mental relationship with God, explaining to people how important having a relationship with God is, right? But if you're not religious, right, whatever, you don't practice anything, that's completely fine also, right? Because you have a lot of quotes. Quotes aren't as religious, right? You can just apply them. It can give you motivation. It can give you a drive. So that I'm very versatile, right, in that area.
Okay. What's something in this generation right now that you see that in the communities that you could be like that you would want to fix if you could fix?
I would just want everybody to be more happy, right? I feel like people need to find a why. And I feel like we need more mentors to give them whys, right? What are you living for? Right? What are your goals? Right? Because I believe that everybody is put on this earth for a reason, right? God gives everybody different talents. You just have to find it and you just need to support.
Okay, cool. Now, when we talk about when we talk about like loyalty, right? Like, what is your perspective on loyalty?
And loyalty. That's a great question, man. Loyalty. Loyalty to me, right, when it comes to friends and family, right, is me being able to trust you, right, when I'm not in the room. So if this person is talking bad about me, right, even in your brain, you genuinely want to see me happy, right? That's what loyalty is to me. Support, constant support and love and genuine care about me. That's what loyalty means to me.
Okay, okay. And if your character could speak for itself, right? What would it say?
I'm tenacious. I'm a hard worker. I love God. I love my family. I have, man. My goal, my biggest goal, man, is just get people closer to God, right? Just convince them, right, that it's somebody, it's somebody out here for you, right? If you don't accept them, right, I'm not pushing it upon nobody, right? We don't do that. I don't do that, right? And I'm just truly like, I just want to make sure I'm just the best man I can be.
Okay, okay, cool. So I know we got a little deep, you know what I'm saying? But let's like, let's get have some fun for real. So, like, what's some of the best cliques in football?
Well, honestly, Nike cleats,
Like,
right? The vapors, The new Vapors, like they real comfortable. None against Under Armour. It's just Under Armour. Like I popped out a couple Under Armour shoes before, and like the sole be like falling out sometimes, and it becomes very uncomfortable. But hey, Under Armour, if y'all sponsor me in the future, man, you know I ain't nothing. I love Under Armour. You know I'm from Baltimore. I love Under Armour.
Yeah, I heard him.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I heard him. Okay, cool. So, the top 5 greatest NFL teams.
For me, well, I'm an Eagles fan, so I can't really give you, but I think it's the Steelers, Patriots. I would say the Eagles number one, obviously, and then I'm gonna put the Ravens on there, and let's see the last one. I'm gonna say the Green Bay Packers.
That's tough. That's tough. Yeah.
Cause I want to get drafted there. The Green Bay Packers. I like their colors. I like everything about them.
Okay, so the top 5 greatest players that NFL players.
Ooh, that's a good one, man. Well, I'm a safety.
Oh, no, whoa.
Okay.
Let's go top 10, because that's tough to narrow it down to 5. I'm
Top
going to give you top 10, yeah.
I'm a safety, so I like Sean Taylor.
Okay.
Ed Reed.
Got you.
Troy Polamalu. Tom Brady. Deion Sanders. Man, who else? Say Devontae Adams. Right? Jamar Chase. Tyreek Hill.
We at 8 right now.
We at 8?
No, we at. You said. Yeah, we at 7.
7? What's a good running back? Calvin Johnson, Megatron. You could put him on there. Randy Moss. And I need a running back.
You got Bo Jackson. You got Barry Sanders. You got.
I'm gonna put Bo Jackson on there because I played running back when I was young, and I used to always
go off of Bo Jackson because I just said Bo Jackson.
No.
You can't use those two now. Like you gotta use your
I
whole
gotta
team.
use another one. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
Because I'm an Eagles fan.
Okay.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I rock with that.
Let's do it.
Okay, cool. So, like, I know you you had a list of like a lot of safeties on there, right? So like, if you can narrow down those 3 safeties like from 4, you put 4 because Deion Sanders is really like a corner.
Yeah.
For real. So you got like 4 safeties on there. So you said Troy Polamalu, Sean Taylor, Ed Reed. That was 3.
3.
Right, 3. You gotta eliminate 2 of them. Which one?
Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed, or Sean Taylor. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. You really gonna do that to me?
Got to.
I'm gonna eliminate Ed Reed, which is crazy, right?
Which is crazy.
I feel like Troy Polamalu. I grew up off of Sean Taylor. I'm a hitter, right? I just now became a ball hawk, right, for the safety position. So all I knew was kill on the football field, right? That's all I knew. Troy Polamalu, I love the freedom he plays with, right? He'll run to the line of scrimmage, then run back, catch an interception, sack the quarterback, know the play. I like his knowledge of the game. So that's what stand out to me, you know.
Okay, cool. And you going into the draft, right? You're going into the draft. I'm painting this picture for you right now, you know what I'm saying? It's that day, it's draft day, you're going into the draft, right? What is the round that you're projecting yourself at right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you there physically at the draft or you home with your family? You know what I'm saying? And like, what kind of color? Oh, you said the Packers, so I can't even ask you that as far as colors. But like, what's your emotions going through this for this draft day?
So first, I would like to be there, right? I'm striving for greatness. So first round pick. Everything I do, I want to be striving for greatness, right? I want my family there, right? My mom, my dad, my grandparents, my sister, right? And I'm just waiting, man. I'm just ready. You know, I'm gonna be ready.
Okay.
That's really all I can say. That's what I dreamed of. So I'm not too picky. As long as I get there, get to pursue my dreams, and that's all that matters to me. Cause I work hard to get there.
And how did the speech gonna look though? Like, let's just get him a quick speech real quick. What you got?
Okay. First and foremost, I thank God for this opportunity. I worked very hard, countless nights. Right? I cried myself to sleep, 4 a.m. waking up, training, countless mental battles. I just want to tell all the kids there to never give up on yourself. Always believe in yourself and continue to strive for greatness and never give up, man. Because eventually the storm will pass. That's what I'm telling them. Motivational.
Now y'all see that, right? So he gotta make it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just put you in that hot seat. Like, you gotta make it now.
Got to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Nah, for real though. You know what I'm saying? Because like, as I'm going through this interview, right, and you know, we having this conversation and being able to, hear your growth, right? In a short amount of time, at the age that you are, like, not too many people get it like that, right? So, like, I got high standards for you. You know what I'm saying? And outside of this, before this, we don't know each other. You know what I'm saying? So now, like the respect that have gained from you, just having this conversation with you, that's just something that I would definitely say, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm putting you on that pedestal now. You know what I'm saying? And do you want the world to just like come back to this one day? And
Absolutely.
and be like, hey, look, he did everything he said he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I would just want you to have that manifest that, right? You know what I'm saying? Have that, also see it for yourself, but definitely put yourself in that position to where it's though, okay, I got something to always push me forward, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, because, just coming from these environments that we actually come from, right? In the city that we come from, we say we got lack of resources, right? But with the lack of resources that we seem like we have, we don't still push on the opposite side to make sure that, okay, cool, I at least gave myself a shot. You
Right.
feel me? So that means a lot, you know what I'm saying? To see the transition, right? See the growth, right? Your faith in God and then your faith in yourself too as well, right? And then also connecting with the kids. That's stand, you know what I'm saying, at 19 years old, that stand for a lot. So definitely got a lot of respect for me. You feel what I'm
Appreciate that.
saying?
Thank you,
So
bro.
we ready to get into the speed round, right?
Yep. Let's do it.
And it's keep or delete, right?
Okay.
So you got to keep one or you got to delete one,
Okay.
right?
Let's do it.
One got to go,
All
all
right.
right? You know what I'm saying? So Nike or UA, keep or delete?
Keep. Keep Under Armour. Delete Nike. Yeah.
Football cleats or soccer cleats?
Football cleats. Delete soccer cleats. Keep
Okay,
football cleats.
cool. Knee pads or gloves?
Oh, delete knee pads. Keep gloves.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So gloves or tape?
Delete tape. Keep gloves. I mean, cause tape slows you down.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Joe Montana or Tom Brady?
Tom Brady. Delete Joe Montana.
Okay. Long socks or long sleeves?
Long sleeves.
Okay. Randy Moss or Jerry Rice?
Jerry Rice. Delete Randy Moss.
Okay. Being consistent or being persistent?
Consistent. Delete persistence. You need consistency. Consistency is the key. Never give up.
And Barry Sanders or Bo Jackson?
Delete Barry Sanders. Keep Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson will run through you, and he ran a 4-1. Key fact, he ran a 4-1. He was fast, and he was explosive, so Bo
Okay,
Jackson.
cool. So I thought you was gonna keep Nike.
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna rock out with the soccer cleats. I know most football players, I used to play football too, so I thought you was gonna keep that. I thought you was gonna keep the long socks or the long sleeves, so you ain't got no
I don't play receiver. I
you
play
ain't got no
safety.
swag. You ain't got that
I
swag.
play safety.
And then I thought you was gonna keep no, you kept Brady. I said you was gonna keep Brady. And then I thought you was gonna keep persistent over consistency. And then you said you keeping Barry Sanders over Bo Jackson?
No, Bo Jackson over
So
Barry
I thought you was
Sanders.
gonna keep Barry Sanders.
For real.
Yeah, so I mean, out of
I'm physical. I like physicality, so I went Bo.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I appreciate you for coming on, right?
Appreciate that.
This is your camera right here, right?
So,
So is there anything that you want to promote? And after you promote that, is there any good words of encouragement that you want to give out to somebody that's watching this?
absolutely. So first and foremost, right, Instagram is Be More Built, right? BM0RE built, right? Support me and my family's nonprofit, right? Release community outreach, right? Our main goal is to serve the people, man. That's what we're about, right? If you're a younger kid watching this, right, remember to stay humble, right? Never give up on your dreams. Continue to stay consistent in each and everything you do, because eventually, like I said before, the storm will pass. And when the storm passes, how will you handle your opportunity? Because it will be given to you.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for
So,
coming on. For sure.